Speaking of content, there's no avoiding what every gamer has been talking about, I suppose, over the last couple of weeks, and that is this ongoing stoush with Sony when it does come to regulation. I've got to ask you, if you ask Sony, if you hear from Sony, obviously we know what Jim Ryan is suggesting, that the 3 years isn't enough in terms of providing for Call of Duty, and it's something that the regulators are now obviously going to be looking at. Can you not just provide that clarity and just say, hey, we'll make it available in perpetuity?
Yeah, I can't talk a ton about where we are in regulatory just because of the mechanism that is. You know, I've said out there publicly to our fans and our customers, which is where our strongest commitment is, that our expectation is that we'll continue to ship Call of Duty on PlayStation and other places where people see, and hopefully expand the number of places that people are playing all of our games. That's been our goal. We put the player at the center, and through technologies like cloud, through shipping day and date on PC, our expectation is the games that we're building will be played by more players going forward. And that's our goal with all the games that we're building today.
But can you understand as well, if you're in Sony's shoes and then you see that the strength that Game Pass has right now, the ability that you guys have been having, and I'm a Game Pass user myself, so it's an incredibly good service. But if you were to say, for example, put Call of Duty for free on Game Pass, and then Sony users still have to pay for Call of Duty, that could create problems as well?
You know, when I look at something like Game Pass specifically, I think it's the output of competition in our market. We sat back as Microsoft and Xbox, and we thought, how can we innovate and create value, as you're talking about as a Game Pass subscriber? Thank you. How can we provide value to players? And we came up with a new model for customers building out their library of games, and gamers love it. I think that's what competition is about. Competition is about driving competitors to innovate, driving competitors to do new things like cloud, like subscriptions, like building new intellectual property. And I think everything that we've been focused on is how do we compete effectively? How do we deliver more value to our customers?
But you understand the fear, right, considering with Bethesda and then making a raft of the titles exclusive, that Sony's probably having, thinking that this is going to be round two when it does come to that in terms of Activision's IP?
You know, exclusivity of titles has been something that's just been a backbone of our industry for an awful long time. We made a move a few years ago that when we ship our games, we're going to ship them on console and PC. We obviously make them available to almost anybody with a web browser today. You can go to xbox.com/play and play our games via the cloud. So we're about giving access to our games to more players going forward. That's our goal. So when we think about exclusivity for us, we're going to have exclusive titles on Xbox. We do today. It's part of our platform to drive affinity for what we do. But we want those games to end up being played by more players than they've ever been played before. And we build out the technology and business model innovation to make that possible.
Hasta la vista, baby.